All right, so the purpose of our call today is to walk through the command center, which is the administrative side of CustomFit, show you the ins and outs, how to add new hires, remove terminated employees, override eligibility when needed, and things of that nature. Then we'll also show you how the employees are going to log in, what that looks like, as well as the catalog and the functionality, how they'll order their shoes and their ice cleats, if they need to process a return and things like that. So when employees come to you with questions, you can visualize what they're talking about and how to help them. So currently, what I'm looking at, or what we're looking at right now, is the overall command center dashboard. Once we get all of the site leaders added as command center users, your view will be a little bit different. You'll see information that is specific to your site. And this is everyone as a whole. So everyone under the Kinco Transportation Division is loaded in here. So that's what we're looking at. Also, it'll make a little more sense once the employees start utilizing the program, because the dashboard does provide a lot of really great metrics on year-to-date spend on the program, snapshot of most recent orders. You have a month-to-date spend on your program, as well as the most popular styles, what the employees are ordering, things like that. So to add a new hire, you'll go to manage and then manage employees. And then on this screen, the first set of boxes right here where it says add and edit, you'll put in their first name, last name, their ID number, their email address if you have it, and then you'll select which location they need to go into. So which division or which site you're located at. And then as far as their footwear and their ice cleats, some sites get one pair of each, and then some sites only get one pair of ice cleats. So that will auto-populate once you choose which division they are a part of. After you click submit, that employee is added to the program immediately, and they're able to log in right away to order their safety shoes or their ice cleats. Their eligibility is tracked automatically through Command Center. So once they purchase their footwear and their ice cleats, their eligibility for each one will be managed separately. So they can, log in, it'll update the year after they purchase, and then they'll be eligible for another pair. However, if you need to make someone eligible before their eligibility period renews, you can do that. All you have to do is search for them. So you come to manage employees, put in either their first name, their last name, or their ID number, click search. When they pull up down at the bottom of the page, all you're going to have to do is click this pencil button. So then when their information will populate into the add and edit fields. You can remove this date, make them eligible, enter the reason for the eligibility change, and then click submit. So everything is updated in real time. So as soon as you click submit, that employee will be then eligible for either footwear, ice cleats, both, whatever it may be that you need to allow them to order an additional pair within their eligibility period. So then if you need to remove an employee, say that someone has left the company for whatever reason, you put in, again, first name, last name, or ID number. When you click search, you pull them up down here at the bottom of the page, and then all you have to do is click the trash can. So clicking the trash can is going to remove their access, but not their history. So anytime you pull like an order history or a return history report, you'll still see the transactions that were processed by that individual, but they will no longer have access to take advantage of your program once they have been deleted. Now, for talking about the reports, there are a few different reporting options that are available. So there's order history and return history. So the order history screen, you can search by a specific order number, a specific employee. You can put in a date range if you want to see who all placed orders within a certain date. Then you can also, by clicking this box to generate a CSV file, you can export that history report into an Excel spreadsheet. So if you need to share that with anyone, or if you need to just look at a more comprehensive view of the data that is in Command Center, then you can do that through that export button as well. Now, the return history screen looks very similar. The main thing that I like to point out here is this FedEx tracking number column. So each employee, when ordering through CustomFit, gets free shipping and free returns. So their returns, they have a 60-day comfort guarantee and a 1-year manufacturer defect warranty. Regardless of the reason for return, returns are all processed exactly the same. Once they process that return, they're provided with a prepaid FedEx return label, which is of course attached to a FedEx tracking number. The tracking number in this column is a link. So anytime you have any question on if an employee returned their shoes or when they return their shoes, you can click the link in this column. It'll take them directly to the FedEx tracking site and show you exactly where in transit that return is at, if it's been received and processed or not. Once the returns are received by our warehouse and processed by our returns team, we issue credit for the amount of that return. Alrighty. Any questions about the command center? Alrighty, excellent. So what we're going to do now is, well, I do want to say, so once we have all of the site leaders added as users in the command center, if you want to add additional users to help manage your program, you can do that under the manage and then manage users screen. So right here, you can view all users, see who all is a administrator in your commands or in your program. You can also add new users. So to add new users, you just click add new user, put in their first name, last name, and their email address. And then the user type is the most important thing to pay attention to. So a GCC admin is like an all access pass to your command center. They have the ability to do everything that the site leader would be able to do. However, if you want to give them more restrictive permissions, then you can do that by assigning them basic admin rights and then giving them certain access to specific permissions that you want to have them or have available to them. So if you have a member of your HR team that's going to help with adding new hires during the onboarding process, then you can add that HR person as a user, give them access to manage employees so they can add new hires. Also remove terminated employees. They have the ability to do that. If someone within your organization needs read-only access, they want to go in and view anything, but you don't want them to change anything, then you can do that as well. And then also to assign specific location permissions, all you have to do is choose which location and which permissions that user needs to have access to. Add that location to the approved list and then click submit. Once the site leaders are added as global or as command center administrators, you will receive an email to set your command center password. Once the password is set, then you'll go to customfit.me, enter your email address and your password, and then that will give you access to your command center. Don't worry, you don't have to memorize any of this. After our call today, I will provide all of the instructional and the marketing material, including the command center administrator instructions showing how to add new hires, remove terminated employees, and also add additional users to help as the back-end administrators. During our along with the instructional material, I will also provide all of the marketing material to help facilitate and socialize the program to the employees, which will include ordering and return instructions, as well as the buyer protections that outline the different warranties that are available, QR code posters that you can hang up around the facility. So anyone with a smartphone can just scan the QR code, it'll take them directly to the landing page, and then also customer service information. So if they have any questions, concerns, or they want to check anything on their order, they can contact our customer care team 7 days a week, and we're available to help them with whatever it is that they need. Alrighty. Any questions about the command center? Excellent. So let's go ahead and we're going to sign out of here. And then what we're going to do now is log in as an employee. So the employees will go to, it's kencogroup.customfit.me. Once again, you don't have to memorize that. I'll send that over to everyone. But to log in, all they have to do is put in their employee ID number and their last name, and then click login. So currently the site is in test mode, so any orders that are placed while it's in test mode are not processed. This gives us kind of a sandbox environment to show how everything functions. The catalog has been hand selected to 3 specific styles that are available for the employees to order, as well as the ice cleat style. We do have the Tingley on here, but if Ed, if you want us to remove that, I can. I know that Becca had said there was some concerns regarding the quality of the Tingley. But I can have that removed if you want me to do that.
Yeah, we just want to have the one.
The S Max 2?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. I will absolutely, I'll get that done today.
Thank you.
Alrighty, so once the employee logs in, they'll choose their shoe, choose their size. You can see here when I click the medium width, all of the sizing options that gray out. That means that that size or that style is not available with that width and that size. It's just not in stock at the time. They can either choose a different option that is available to them, or they can contact our customer service department and get an ETA on when their size should be back in stock. Once they choose their width and their size, they'll go to the checkout screen, and then they'll put in their phone number, their first name, last name, email address should auto-populate because we have that on the back end through the command center. They'll put in their phone number, and then this right here is the location that they are a part of. And then their manager's email address is right here. These 2 things are hard-coded on the back end, so they shouldn't be able to change them. The shipping address is set for the facility that they report to. So then all orders will go directly to that facility. Alrighty. And so what should happen on this screen is when the employee goes to, oh, there we go. All right. Sorry, I just didn't have the right box checked. So the apply subsidy is yes, giving them, they are not going to have anything that is left over. There's also the KTS traction control policy that shows up right here. So they have the opportunity to read that policy if they have not already. And then they have to click off on acknowledging the policy that they agree, that they understand, the policy, so on and so forth. Once they click here, they'll have to type in their name right here. This gives them, the date and time that they have agreed to this policy, or that they have acknowledged the policy. And then once they click continue, it'll give them one more chance to confirm their order. They'll just look at everything, make sure it's all good to go. And then they'll process their order. They'll be emailed the order confirmation, which also includes the acknowledgement of the traction control policy. And then their supervisor, the email address that's listed on the first screen, also receives a copy of the order confirmation and the signature side of the traction control policy as well. Alrighty. If the employee needs to process a return for whatever reason, all they have to do is they log in to their CustomFit site as if they were going to place an order. They go to My Profile and view past orders. So on this screen, all of the previous orders that employee has processed will be listed. And under the action column, there's 2 options. The first option is view details. So if they have any question on if their order has shipped or when it's expected to be delivered, they can click the view details button, which will then give them the tracking number, and they can click that link. It'll take them to FedEx tracking site so they can see exactly where in transit their order is at and when to expect it to be delivered. If they need to return their order, that'll be the second button that is available under the action column. They click that button. CustomFit will prompt them to enter the reason for their return, whether it's too big, too small, too wide, too narrow, whatever it may be. They click off on the reason, the option available for the reason they're returning their shoes, and then they will be provided with a prepaid FedEx return label. That return label can be emailed to themselves if they don't have access to a printer, or they can print it right then if they do have access to a printer. Once their return is processed, their eligibility for the item that's being returned is automatically reset. So say that they order a pair of shoes and the shoes don't fit. they're technically ineligible for shoes since they get one pair of footwear a year. But once they process that return, their footwear eligibility will reset so they can order a new pair. Once the new pair arrives, they put the old pair in the box, attach that return label, and ship them back to us. Once they're received and processed by our returns team in our warehouse, then we'll issue credit to Kenco for the cost of that order. Alrighty. Any questions about the employee ordering side of CustomFit? Man, you guys are a really quiet group today.
Careful what you ask for.
All right. Okay, so that was basically, that was it as far as, going through the command center and the CustomFit employee ordering side. So I will, as soon as our call is over today, I'm going to send out all of the instructional and marketing material. And then I believe, Ed, I believe you had already provided me a list of site managers, so I can get everyone added to the command center as users. Look out for those emails to come through to set your command center password. Once you get your password set, then you'll be able to log in to command center and see everything that's going on with the program at your location. And then, Ed, when are we looking to go live? Because currently the site is in test mode. Once I remove the test mode, the site will update in roughly about an hour, and then it'll be live, so then the employees can start logging in at any time after that.
As soon as possible.
Okay.
ASAP.
Alrighty, perfect. So I'll go ahead and remove the test mode, and get all of the marketing material out to you. So by the time you receive all the marketing material, the site should be ready to go, should be live. And then you can start distributing that marketing material to the employees and informing them of the new footwear program, passing along the ordering and return instructions so they can start logging in and ordering their shoes right away.
That sounds great.
Alrighty, awesome. And then also, just before we go, I do want to introduce Will Parks on the call today. He is the business relationship specialist that is in charge of the account. So he will be the primary point of contact moving forward. I will provide his contact information in the email that I send out with all the marketing to everyone, just so everyone has it on file. That being said, I'm still here in the background. If you have any questions, concerns, comments, whatever it may be, you can reach out to either one of us and we'll be more than willing to help out with whatever it is that you need, okay?
All right. Thank you so much, Bridget.
Alrighty. Well, thank you guys so much for all of your time today. Like I said, if there's anything you need or if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out and let us know, all right?
Thank you so much.
Alrighty. Thank you.